Sheldan Nidle update for spiritual hierarchy in Galactic Federation of Light, December 20, 2016. Webpage, palweb.com. 4 Can, 7 Moles, 13 Caban. Dratzo. Those in charge of the RV's distribution and the prosperity packages are working swiftly to see that they are brought out together. At present, the RV is being revealed through the various levels that were set up by these diligent workers of the light. They know the importance of these many prosperity packages. Once more than 70% of these special monies are delivered, the creation of the NESARA Republic is legally assured. This one factor makes this process essential to what currently is being carried out by our earthly associates. Meanwhile, there is the process for the RV. This is to assure that the extremely large sums of monies are successfully transferred to the underprivileged throughout this globe. These humanitarian projects enable this world to easily supply the freedom, food, sanitation, housing, clothing and electricity needed to bring everyone up to speed. This provides the literacy and internet education necessary to comprehend what we are doing. As you can see, a great deal of progress is being made. Much more is still required before we reach our prescribed goals. Our associates on this world are doing a marvelous job. However, there are still many of the Caban that have only recently revealed themselves. Most of the lower-level miscreants have been nabbed. This group has helped in the last few weeks to arrest most of the next level of scalawags. This process has helped us, as well, to uncover how these scurrilous rats operated, enabling us to identify this devious operation almost to its highest levels. Our operatives are busy putting together the last pieces of this nefarious puzzle. The purpose of this final series of investigations is to ready our associates to perform the final global takedown of this monstrously intertwined evil. The Anunnaki created an appallingly devious organization of the dark. It permeated every nook and cranny of this globe. Thus, ferreting out these criminals has proven to be quite a study in the thought processes of these devious rats. Our joint intention has been to secure the funds and end massive global corruption. Those goals are now in sight. It pleases us to know that every day brings us closer to disclosure, and to NESARA. Our fleet continues to monitor Gaia's surface lands. Every corner of this globe is under attack by two major forces. The first is climate change. This process, driven by the rapid globalization of your primitive industrial age, has spewed untold amounts of atmospheric, oceanic and land-based pollutants. This horrific operation has gained massive global traction in the period following the conclusion of the Second World War. Watching from space, we have been able to measure the amounts of pollution that have been added in the last 40 years alone. We recognize just how dangerous all of these poisons truly are. The second factor is the process used by Gaia to ready this surface world for its future reunion with the 5D paradise of inner Earth. This vast operation is taking place at a relatively slower pace than the first factor. The degree of artificial pollution affecting this natural change is astounding. It has caused unusual temperature gradients to form. It has produced a series of clumps of plastic to appear in the oceans and skewed their natural current flow. These alterations have tended to increase the rate by which your points of global habitation are deteriorating. This concerns us, as we wish to free you to solve these problems with joint technology tied into your ever-growing consciousness. The degree of radiation pumped into oceans, when combined with growing sandy dust from North Asia, creates a problem that truly requires a critically needed and worldwide series of solutions. We have explained our concerns to your leaders and asked that a timetable for global disclosure be moved up. It is essential that a number of difficulties that you seem to be ignoring be soundly addressed and a succession of urgent actions be promptly taken. Many of your politicians hold beliefs that, in the short run, are dangerous to all of you. We have thus taken some small and preliminary actions to give you a little additional time to solve many of these serious questions. It is our perception that changes to your governance can address these grievances globally. It is vital that most of these problems be attacked and not ignored. Blessings. We are your ascended masters. The world is in the midst of blessed changes. Those who have overseen these changes realize it is to take longer than initially estimated. Yet, despite this, these alterations are to truly permit everyone to know a form of freedom not experienced since before the fated fall of Atlantis. In this light, the grand prosperity is to allow you to finally fulfill your grandest dreams and clearly see that your long-lost abilities have been restored to you. We masters have worked closely with heaven and our earthly associates to ensure that this work is fully protected and secure from whatever the old order could possibly wish to do. Thus, this whole project took us much longer. Nevertheless, stay positive, dear ones. Know deep in your hearts that this new time at long last is near. It is to be a time for celebration, knowing that you are shortly to greet the rest of your heavenly and galactic families. This coming time is to clearly delineate your final path to full consciousness. These moments are, therefore, a period when you can begin to establish a clear picture of how you were able to escape the bondage of the Anunnaki's minions. We masters are most encouraged by the progress of this process and how it is quickly approaching its concluding stages. Then the monies are to swiftly arrive, as this is the appropriate time to declare the rise of the NESARA Republic. We and the Agarthans are handling this divine operation. We understand its complexity and simply ask you to maintain your positive visions. As noted before, they have a most wonderful energy that is helping all to succeed. This joint action is only successful because of what you continue to accomplish. Many wonderful events are getting ready to happen. This dark morass is moving toward its end. This entire project has been a wonder to us. Our sacred heavenly council was first created some 900,000 years ago when the Lemuria colony was on its way to Gaia. The purpose for this colony was to forge a galactic human, heavenly and planetary union. It was to acknowledge the special bond created, and to partner with the marvelous Sanitation nation. But a number of dark factors caused the special timeline to be rewritten. Our sister and brotherhoods adjusted, as decreed by heaven. Thus, we advance into the present in full knowledge that the events described by us are taking place. Our galactic and earthly brothers and sisters are now completing actions that are to give you a most welcome set of gifts. Let the end of this year, and the start of the new one, be a time for rejoicing and the beginnings of all that you intend to do with your magnificent passions. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. Today, as always, we reported what is occurring across this worldwide realm. Use this remaining time to finish your many preparations. Heaven is intending to give you the gifts you most desire. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Salamat Gajan, Salamatia, Syrian for be one, and be in joy.